One thing to remember is that no interview is ever the same, and the questions you can get can vary. It's always a good idea to have yourself prepped and ready because you will come across some common questions. Luckily for you, I've been on quite a few interviews and captured the most common questions that you will most likely come up against. So here's a list of questions that you are likely to come up against in your next product design interview. If you're new here, hi, what's up? I'm Gemma and I'm a senior product designer who share tips about UX for free. If that's something you're interested in, then why not hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. Question number 1, tell us about yourself. Now this is a very common question that you're going to come up against. The people who are interviewing you just want to know how and why you got into the product design industry or why you would like to get into the product design industry. They don't want to know whether or not you like to watch the football on the weekend or whether or not you like to go drinking with your mates. They are more interested in your career path and why you want to get into the industry and where you're looking to be within the industry. Tell them about your history, why you got into product design, why you're looking to get into product design, and what was the determined answer to why you want to be here. Question number 2, tell us about your workflow. Again, a very common question. Here the interviewer wants to know how you personally go about solving problems. And they want you to talk them through how you would go about solving those problems. For me, I like to use the design thinking framework or the user-centered design framework. But to be honest, they're pretty much the same workflow that involves the user throughout the whole process. And then I will explain in detail of how I would tackle the problem. At this stage, I will talk about my end-to-end process, which will usually involve doing some research up front, defining the problem that we want to solve, ideating that problem, so coming up with different variations of how we can tackle that problem, and most importantly, test my solutions. They ask you this question just to make sure that you do understand the product design workflow and whether or not you're able to slot in the company, and most importantly, are you able to solve problems. Another common one is talk us through your portfolio or pick one project from your portfolio and talk us through it. In this one, the interviewer wants to know what you think is your best project and why is this your best project. If you are asked to talk through your portfolio, I would suggest time boxing yourself to 2 to 3 minutes per project and try and limit yourself to about 2 or 3 because they don't have time all day to sit around and listen to you talk about your projects. So pick about 1, 2 or 3 and go into detail about how you solved a problem and what was the outcome of that problem. Are you able to show that you did some research? Are you able to show your ideation stage? Most importantly, are you able to show your test stage? And then after you did your work, are you able to show that whatever you did actually improved the experience for the customer and whether or not you have some metrics that can go with that. If you are asked to show one project, I will suggest doing the same. So very, very high level, how you went around solving that problem and then showing your impact of that problem. At this stage as well, they're looking at your time management and whether or not you are able to explain your answer very, very quickly in a short space of time. The next one that I've come across is, what is UX design? And this question is to determine whether or not you understand the process of UX and understand the value of UX. This is considered a pretty easy one to answer, and you should be able to sum up what is UX design within one sentence. Interviewers ask this question specifically to catch out anyone who are using buzzwords within their CVs or portfolios. So if you know UX, you should be able to answer this question with no problem. Give us an example of good UX. This is a great opportunity to show an example of an app or product that you use daily and explain to them why you think that this product or app has good UX. This is a relatively easy question to answer, and again, it's designed to catch out anyone who just use buzzwords within their CVs. Choose an app or product that you're able to give an easy explanation of why it has good UX. Maybe the search feature is very easy to use and it brings back results relatively quickly, or maybe an app that you use sparks emotions or joy every time you use it. Talk about the app or product in detail, and again, try not to spend any longer than 5 minutes in presenting this kind of idea. Are you a good team player? This is a perfect opportunity to give an example of why you are a good team player. The interviewer is trying to find out whether or not you're able to work as a team. Product designers work with a range of people across the business. That could be clients, stakeholders, any internal staff. And they ask this question to see whether or not you're able to slot into their teams. And last but not least, the last question you probably will come up against is, do you have any questions for us? Now, this is your opportunity to ask them questions. I would suggest that you do have some questions that you should ask. Don't just say no to this part. This is the perfect time for you to get to know what you can get from the company. You can ask about workflow, you can ask about team structure, you can ask about benefits, you can ask about whether or not there's a good culture. This is the perfect time to get all that information and soak it up, because this is your opportunity to switch the interview and allow you to interview with the company. Because this will really help you stand out and show that you're really interested within the role and, most importantly, interested within the company. I hope you found this video helpful. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I am really trying to grow this channel, so if you can help out, that would be absolutely great. And if you didn't know already, I offer one-on-one mentoring sessions over on Superpeer. So if that's something you're interested in, then check out the link in the description below. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do so here. And until next time, bye!